are live! I think I fixed the problem I was having earlier yesterday. I think it was on my end after all. Okay, Sayaka, welcome in. That's right, you mentioned the Tetris World Championships are going on today. If I go run off, it's probably just to go grab an Amazon package that I'm expecting. Not sure if it's gonna be this afternoon or tonight, so... The ad has been run. Uh-oh. Is my controller acting up again? No, it's not my controller because I was playing Mina the Hollower earlier. There we go. Don't ask me what that CRC is supposed to be. Oh yeah, because none of the numbers show up, so they don't even show up in the CRC. Technically the B and the A shouldn't either because it's in hexadecimal. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! The Dragon Lord must be defeated. And may the light shine upon thee. We're starting with a key, an extra key. We don't know how many of those we're going to be allowed to carry. The fighter's ring is an extra strength, but very strategically placed strength. We are going to save and take a look in the treasury and the basement. Five chests here. Death necklace. Stones of sunlight. Gold in the bottom right. Second stones of sunlight that was actually an herb. And gold in the top left. Eight herbs is my carry max. I have absolutely no idea how much strength I have. I forgot to randomize prices and XP gain. for a turn. I could have kept both those keys. Well, I'm gonna check the basement first. What a jerk. Let's go see how many keys I can carry then. Wait, what? Because I'd have to hard reset. Yeah. Oh, whatever my attack power is, it isn't high enough to take a scorpion. Bogus. I'm also only doing 1 to 2 to the Drakey. So my attack power is something like 7 or 8. This time we get an excellent move, though. Level we get power, agility, hit points, and magic. We can't tell if that's small or big breath. Pretty sure it's small. Looks like crit rate might have rolled something like 1 in 4. I am seeing lots of crits, but also didn't see lots against the scorpion. Probably something like 10 or 11 attack power. Ouch. I am definitely afraid of some ghosts. Because they have hurt more. That's probably DL2. That's a lot of scorpions. There's Sharlock. Guess it's just fight Drakeys to level 3 then. That's definitely the big breath. Level 3, we get power, agility, health, magic. I don't think any of that hit double damage, or hit double digits. Looks like I did roll way up on crit rate though. Level 4. Single digit power, double digit agility, single digit hit points, hurt, and heal more. Oh, there's a town or a cave. It's Swamp South. We'll go through just to try and see if we can't find something. We would love hamsters. Level 5. Power, agility, hit points, and double-digit magic, it looks like. I am going to see if I have enough for another key. Probably not, but if I do, I'm set for keys. Oh, I do. So we'll go clear out the treasury and go see if we can't get that chest across the barrier. We have heal more. Yes, we can get that chest across the barrier tiles. Can hold 4 keys. And I actually goofed. knew there was something else I wanted, but even though I just said the chest across the barrier tiles. Which turns out to be a torch. I have at least 45 HP. Probably something like 50-ish, judging by the fact that ours in the red. Looks like agility is probably still a bit low. Nothing in behind Sharlock. Oh, there's another couple locations. Not a big surprise, given that we have all of nothing right now. Yeah, that's definitely DL2, we know, because we just established I have at least 45 hit points. Bonk. By stepping on 3 barrier tiles. This is... yay. It's Brackenary. World leader in exports of disappointment. There's a full plate of magic armor and a leather shield here. Do I have enough for the copper sword? Yes. So if there does turn out to be a gold grind... Actually, we already know there's a gold grind. And the grave, we can set up that gold grind. If we can get at least 2 chests opened here. That's right, extra chest locations. I don't have Radiant. Excellent. But get 2 chests opened is still the goal here. Here's one. It's a fairy water. Here's 2. It's a torch. Excellent. Ooh, he survived. Excellent again. Level 5, I think. We get power, agility, hit points, and magic, and stop spell. I have at least 32 MP. I do want to take a death here if I can. What do I mean if I can? There's demon knights here. And I can actually win the demon knight fight. Level 6 we get power, agility, hit points, and magic again, and radiant and repel. I love lamp. Really? Excellent. Moving the bears? I'm not supposed to be winning these fights, except high crit rate. Still think sports teams should be paying their own way. Or at best getting loans from wherever they're playing. Now I believe the bottom one was gold. Oh, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 7, 8. This should be it. Good thing I... There we go. That's herbs. 1,000. 2,000. 3,000. 4,000. 5,000. 6,000. 7,000. 8,000. 9,000. 10,000. 11,000. 13,000. 14,000. 15,000. 16,000. 17,000. 18,000. 19,000. 20,000. 21,000. 22,000. I know I have more than 23,000 here, but... But 500s is easier to count by than 550. 560 is the minimum roll. Full up on herbs, which I think was 9 of them. Gonna grab a couple more golds. We're gonna fill back up to 4 keys. We're gonna do that a lot this seed because I can only open 4 doors. I thought I had 3 doors I had opened. We're gonna go back to Brackenary, get ourselves the silver shield and magic armor. I hope I remembered to save. I did remember to save. And I guess go back into grave? Question mark? That's why we saved? Must have been just off the level. Power, agility, hit points, magic weight spells, that's how I can tell, yeah. I have radiant, so... And I just got that before I left the grave. Suddenly I want to fight demon knights. We know we just get some numbers here that we can't see. Silver shield get. Draconary puts on their silver shields. No chests in the inn. I think I do dive grave here. The extra chest locations, grave is actually pretty valuable, even if I did have a bit of trouble getting 2 chests open. Three keys. Waylon is here if I need her. That's the other chest I was looking for earlier, question mark? Nothing in the vanilla spot. Ho ho ho, green dragon. Forget winning a 50-50. Can I win the 75-25? Excellent. Yeah, when you get slapped, you never wake up the first turn. After they take a turn, you got a 50% chance to wake up. After that, 75, then 82.5, and so on. Having been stop-spelled, I couldn't do anything about that except possibly crit. Mercy rule, 4th run guaranteed. With all the defense up, I'll go after a rogue scorpion. I turn magic aside. I should be done with any serious significant amounts of gold. It was a key to replace the one we had used. This is what we're actually looking for. I'm not even sure what level we're on anymore. We do get double-digit power, though. We don't mind this. I don't think I want to dive right this moment. I've probably healed up from magic armor's 1 HP per 4 steps back. Whatever damage I had taken already. Looks like we rolled high on the attack power, on the crit rate. I was saying 1 in 4. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more. We have missed, so we know it's not 100%. Where's the demon knights gone? And race and drolls and metal scorpions are good too. Imagine wanting demon knights. There's a bogus move. I have no idea what level I'm on, but I get power, agility, hit points, and magic, and at least 2 of each. Actually, not quite true. I could have gotten 0 hit points. The other messages don't show up unless you've got, unless you actually gain something. And they all had S's on the end, so I gained at least 2. Oops, I actually should have waited until I was on the hashtag floor. Zero for 1 on Green Dragon stop spells. Really? I guess the hero just really needs a nap today. I did see something up and over there. Was that a 3-shot on the Demon Knight? Maybe my strength is getting somewhere. Nope, just a swamp tile. This is definitely overkill, but to heal after every battle. How am I doing against an Axe Knight? A regular swing and a crit isn't quite enough. I probably want to hold off until I've got a better weapon. And they've got heal. Yeah, definitely want to hold off till I got a better weapon. There's another level. Looks like double-digit power and single-digit everything else. Which is kind of what we needed anyway. Oh, I have sleep now. I don't have to rely on. I can get away 15 out of 16 times for sure by casting sleep. Oh, everybody's got everything. It'd be nice to make some exploration progress at some point. Tonight I should be winning the fight against now, though. Wow. Notepad is just getting filled right out. He still does enough to leapfrog over the orange, over the warning. Golem's hurt, so we better just heal there. I had swallowed weirdly. There's the bottom of the map, so it's likely we have to go through the swamp cave. And I never checked the two spots that could have chests in there. I believe that confirms I have to go through Swamp Cave. I will heal up in Brackenary first, though. And I believe I did see more Magiwyverns in there. Metal slimes are good when we have extra crit rate. Not enough for the level, though. Why am I fighting the skeleton? It has hurt more. Nothing in there, good. I would be very annoyed if the armor were in there. Top spot has a chest, though. It's got a fairy water. And no hamsters. We're gonna work up and right, I guess? I was gonna go up and left, but I think that just dead-ended over there. Yes. Here's another level. Power double-digit agility gain. I think we needed that. Defense breaking at least a Spectre. Here's a new spot. Remoulder, the key to keys, but not the key to keys. Well, it's a good thing there's extra keys here to buy. Find gold and a torch. Is there anything in the town hall? No. We aren't planning on casting Rebel. Hey, Fell Sorcerer, welcome in. There's a flame sword that we have nowhere near enough gold for. But otherwise, no upgrade. Let's go buy back into 4 keys. defense breaking the rogue scorpion. Because it said I hit decreased by... And we know that's by 1 because otherwise it would say hits. There's a new location, but no, there is more to the east too. I'm gonna try and see if there's a bridge here. There isn't. So we'll go this way first. We should probably be somewhere close to the east edge of the map, though. Just because of how far right we've gone. Yeah, it's probably start to the southeast there. Really? Is this just really what the game's doing to me today? Bogus. I suppose I could cast Repel, but I still want to fight any other mid-tier enemies that show up. We're still a bit weak, judging by the fact that we had to crit the Stone Man twice and it wasn't enough. On the other hand, we crit the Golem twice and it was enough. No strength. Agility, HP, and magic, though. I think I do want to start rebelling then. There's a spot. Interesting spot. Hawk's Nest. Nothing in the lockbox. Armored Knight. We'll assume he's doing less than half. Just go with swing heal more strats. I wouldn't mind the sword here. Boo. Suppose I take it anyway. There could be a golem on the... Did I remember to change... Did I change the flute's abilities back? Oh, this goes all the way up. There's the corner. Here's a new spot. It's Kentland. We'll canter on in. Definitely take the hand axe upgrade. Are the radishes fresh and cheap? Yes, they are. No numbers, so no coordinates. I don't need Quailin. Nothing in the bottom left chest there. The J. Coper Memorial chest. Coordinates would be evil with no numbers on. No broadsword. Okay, looks like we're done up here. We're going to want to try to go around to that location. It's going down and left whenever we... Wait, no, there is mountains there. Whenever we can. No, this was Swamp Exit, wasn't it? It's from Alder. Okay. Oh, there's a new spot too. This is the harp trade, which we don't have. Here's the other thing we saw. It's Garenham, home of the Garen hamsters. broadsword here. We won't be bothering with the flame sword then. 3 keys. Nothing back here. Tablet cave is here. There's a chest up here, which is gold. Chest in the vanilla spot. And nothing in the path above. This is an empty. And I still don't have outside. Really, lady? Get out of the way. So I think that cave we saw on the up top there is mountain. What else could it be? Can't be the jerk, that's at home. I think it could be Stones of Sunlight Cave? That's the cave we saw before. Well, we had to go through a big loop around to get to it. This is Stones of Sunlight Cave with 2 items. The armor and the harp. So we do still need the token. And the sword. The Stones of Sunlight Cave came through. Our defensive equipment is as good as it gets. And here's the mountain cave. Nothing down here, but there is an item in the vanilla spot. I didn't see if there was an item in the top floor vanilla spot. I think there was. No, there wasn't. There's at least one in the top 2 vanilla spot. Empty. Nope, that was an extended spot. Wings. Take these broken wings. Learn to fly again, learn to live so free. Okay, so I think I have to go back into Grave It now. That's where the token is. In one of the chests I missed. I think it's actually faster to go back to Remolder to return, go get my... and go through the swamp cave to get back over to the harp trade. In which case I may as well dive grave first. No, we'll go over to Remolder first and hope that we can pick up the level and get outside. Was Remolder, wasn't it? Yes. You can't name the cave you just saw. You gotta go in. This should be the harp trade. The staff of rain again, falling on my head like a memory. The agility must be pretty high, judging by how well Repel is working. Haven't seen any green dragons. Since I probably want to leave Repel off for now, I would like to continue getting levels. Well, I should play the flute and see what the tune is. I should recognize that. But I don't. Chat says it's Jurassic Park. As I said, I should have recognized that. That has got to be the perfect emote, the dino dance. Level whatever we get. Double-digit power. Probably double-digit MP. Wait, we haven't seen coal. We've seen the rest of this, though. I have an absolute ton of HP. I should probably need to be heal swinging against the golem. There's a chest in the vanilla spot. It swings. We do have outside now. So that means our token is in goal and our sword is in Sharlock. Just before I do that, yeah, make sure I had seen all of that. Let's go work our way into the southeast corner because that seems like the most likely spot that I've missed. I prioritized the other... I just realized my sword could be in coal, along with the token. Because I had seen things to the north, and so that's the way I went after these mountains. Yeah, I said I thought that was the start area. This should be coal. No, this is... No, it is coal. Exclamation mark coal. What will you find? I do have keys, right? Yes, but I'd better stock right up. I get the token. And there isn't an item in the inn. Alright, let's head home. Whoa. I don't have wings. Get our rainbow drop. We'll stock back up on keys. Make sure we're full on those going into Charlock. I think there has to be 2 keys in Charlock. Because I believe I've only seen 1 loose key. Quest complete. Get your rainbow emotes out. Oh, the bot must have crashed. Did all the bots crash? Did I crash? No, I haven't dropped any frames. VS Code itself crashed. I am going to keep trying to level while I'm here. I don't believe I've seen much. I really shouldn't be going right side first. I should be diving straight to the bottom. Oh no. Well, that's the full Wombo Combo and Red Dragons. Hopefully they're only in the top floor of Sharlock. I definitely want to keep trying to level then. I want as much XP as possible. I should be at something like level 15 or 16. Actually, I must be below 16 because I don't have Hurt More. I must have at least 85 hit points if the Red Dragon got to Dragon Breath me twice and it didn't kill me. And that brought me to red. This dive is just for the sword. I don't care if I have to dive again. Brackenary is right there. For sword and for information on how much damage I'm dealing. I can't tell, but it looks like there is a judge's stable chest. Be able to tell in one tile. No, there isn't. Head down around the bottom for the loop back chest. Armored Knights are in the middle zone. I suppose I don't even mind that too much. There's no loop chest. Red dragons are here. 2 for 2 on stop spell. Here's another level, which is what we want. No strength though. Heal and hurt more, so that was probably level 16. That's why it's the loop back. We're back on the same floor. Two out of 3 on stop spells. Really? Do you really have to chant sleep every time I get up? Oh. Wanted to swing at that. Oh no, that's a chest in the spiral room. I may have to go back. This is why we stocked up on keys, though. I'm pretty sure I didn't turn treasure guards on. Yeah, guarding the empty. Which had to be an herb. There's the obligatory I just got hurt more in Miss Menu. A dragon scale. Can't run, can't hit it. There we go. There's a chest back there too. I think I'm down to 2 keys and a sword for remaining items. Wait, that's a 4th cursed belt? I think that's just small breath, but I could be wrong about that. Could be a chest in the Sharlock Multiway, too. Everybody knows just how much I enjoy the Sharlock Multiway. Do we have a sword on the beach? No beach chest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's full DL2. Which means I want to start rebelling. It'll compel a repel. Imagine having numbers. Could also be in Eternal Hallway. There's one of those keys I was talking about. It's the Sharlock Multiway. Or the other side. We have finally run out of MP. That's why we were fighting everything down there in Sharlock. I thought I heard my delivery just arrive. I'll be right back. No, it wasn't them. I thought I heard something though, so I figured I'd better check. Another level. Probably have plenty of hit points. The interesting question here is, do I just go straight for the win? I don't think so. I think I do still need to... Here we go, finally. I think I gotta heal and then actually go for the dive. I am here in Brackenary, so I may as well pick up some fairy waters too. I have two. That should be good. I will want them for the final floor at least. We have engaged the coward struts. We run from everything. And just hope we can... I have 9 herbs. I should use them. Doesn't change the strategy, but he did hear me and decide to ambush. Let's hold off on the first fairy water until we're off the top zone. 6 herbs now. Save ourselves a text box by stopping here and activating another fairy water. I suppose that's more delaying the text box. Should show. Assuming I win here, it should show up when I'm on my way to King Lorik. Boss is a green dragon. I think my best move here is just to swing and hope for a crit. Like that. Old B, become foolish. Numbers are evil, that's why they only get revealed in the presence of the Dragon Lord. In the presence of his second form. Stop spell hype. Do I want to gamble on the Death Necklace? I don't think so. If I have Death Necklace HP, I have potential doubles HP. Fight. 11. 20. I do have lots of MP. This is potentially winnable. 33. 45. 56. 62. 64. 73. 82. 90. 100 exactly. 108. 120. 127. I kinda expected that. 141, and our range is 7 to 14. 154. 168 does it. So we had 128 attack power. I would have gone with fairy water if I'd known my numbers. And time. Thank you for the GGs, Akamasaka, Rowdy Sniper, Your Neighbor. Yeah, numbers are evil, so that's why the Dragon Lord is the only one who reveals them. I don't recognize the victory music here. We have gotten our numbers back now. Lots of early enemies, just lots of enemies in general, because Hurtmore was late and I tend to be more liberal about swinging at things when no numbers is on. Not one of my favorite flags. I don't play it very often for a reason. Lots of stone men. What was our crit rate? 140 crits out of 238 attacks, so 50-50 crit rate. 49 bonks. 6,245 steps, final time of 151. I am going to take a quick break and be right back with some Link to the Past. Auto tracker is connecting. Maybe we'll... We're Zelda, but why are we a fox Zelda? Starting out with 10 arrows in the sanctuary. Does the fox Zelda still say hup hup hiya? This early I will go out of my way for blue rupees. Green rupees not so much. Some bombs up on Naga Ledge. What are my crystals? Tower of Hera is red crystal, and desert is a 5/6. Which opens Pyramid Fairy if you have both of them. Sure. 20 rupees, I wanted a peanut. Okay, maybe that was my controller earlier because I just leaned up to pull my blind down and got a message that my controller disconnected and reconnected. What's in Blind's hut? Piece of heart, the book, a full heart, and another peanut. We'll have to come back with bombs. He's got a sword! And an ether deck. Magic, and a single arrow, and more rupees. It does mean we actually have to go buy bombs. Actually, not quite yet. Check the back of the bar first. Okay. Oh, did the auto tracking not turn on? Connection is down. Oh, I hit the wrong button and turned it off instead of minimized it. Chickens. Chickens in the wall. Not very far in. I guess the Belmonts are still happy. There's a wall chicken. Now I can see what the bottle vendor has, which is just a piece of heart. We are still going to have to go back down to check the library and the race game. We do want to be stocking up on rupees when we can. Game taunts me. Tells me, here's your opening bombs. But you still have to buy bombs to get to them, or find them off an enemy drop. I could consider just going straight into race game, given that we haven't found much. Piece heart on the library ledge that we'll never get. There's a bottle there. We're taking that. It put Sick Kid in logic. We're taking that and checking Sick Kid. This trash is bottle full of magic potion. There's an argument for delaying this. It's a full heart. Useful, but not really progression. Some bombs at home. Shovel. We'll have to remember that. It wouldn't be the first time we'd forgotten we had it and the moon pearl turned out to be there. It'll probably be after South Shore. Before going into Hyrule Castle and Eastern. We'll take another full heart. We're good at this game. We're not good enough to justify skipping full hearts early. That full magic is a nice pickup. Even if we don't have anything that we can cast yet. The ether tablet would need, the ether coin would need the master sword. Bombs, rupees, red potion. Piece of heart and bombs. There is an actual Garfield sprite. There's about 30 or 40 sprites available. Da, 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 na, na. What's in the ice rod cave, aside from a hidden bomb? The hook shot. I don't think that opens anything up yet, but when we get Death Mountain access, it does. Let's go check that shovel before we forget about it. Then we probably want to go to Hyrule Castle. Gotta have heart. I had the original Blaster Master, but never any of the sequels. I never had a Genesis for... I think I might have had one of the sequels at one point. I don't remember. What did Uncle bring to try to save Zelda with, though? A piece of heart? Not even a full heart. And 10 arrows. Da 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 da. I do need to keep my eyes out for a small key. Then I have illogical access to the back of Hyrule Castle, unless the lamp also shows up. Or the power glove. How about a blue tunic? Just give me all the defense. Blue Fox standing by. Calling him over like that lines him up for the spin. Okay, the map. I was hoping that was that Dark Cross. Blue cane. Something that sort of might be possibly a little bit cane-shaped. Green Pendant is in Turtle Rock. So I might not have to play Turtle Rock today. Bees, shield, bees? That's my third bottle. There could still be something at Agina. I think there's almost guaranteed to be something at Eastern Palace, though. At this point, I think I need at least 2 items to logically get anywhere. Actually, not quite true. Power Glove would open up the back of Escape. Big key. $300. Well, we haven't seen Zora yet, so that is nice to see. Just take the damage. You have Blue Tunic, and you're not going to have a problem in Eastern. Especially with the heart right there. Might have been a half tile too far left. Nope. But if I was, there would have been another enemy there. Old news bulletin. We have been to Blind Hideout. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I have the book. I have access. I can get into Desert. I may or may not be able to do anything in Desert, depending on what items are there. And okay, I did get the key. Hammer time! Not a logic hammer until I get lamp, but... Next stop, Agina and Desert. But if I see a Power Glove, that opens up, Dark World. That lets me into Dark World. don't want to see is slapping Master Sword or Cape, especially the Cape. Just bombs on the desert ledge. Does hammer actually get me anywhere? No. Not without glove or flute, which would get me onto Death Mountain. Hey, Ocarina. That does get me onto Death Mountain. The rest of that is locked without the boots. So we are a boots required seed. That said, because we have hookshot and hammer, we can do almost everything on Death Mountain. Everything in the light world, at least. Rescuing the old man is also out of logic without the lamp. The game does not expect you to dark walk. At least on normal difficulty. But hey, when have I ever let a little thing like darkness stop me? That's a reasonable reward for rescuing an old man. The rocks are just toming rocks today. $16 off of being able to pay off King Zora. 50 on top of Spectacle Rock. Inside we've got 10 arrows. We'll be leaving both of those. Actually, I could see a world in which I do grab those 50, so I'd have to have exactly the right items on the right-hand side here. But I can't call it impossible. Never mind, I am not going to be grabbing those 50 rupees. Don't think I'm quite good on rupees for everything that could need to be bought. Full heart, piece of heart. Golem flippers, flippers. Nice bomb jump. I suggested Link was bomb jumping before it was cool, but it was never not cool to bomb jump. Rupees on the floating island. I'm going to make a play towards my own mental abilities and go through Spiral first, even though it'd be faster to go try to get the 2 items out of Hera first and then come back. I'm the type of person who would forget. Probably should be going and following the flippers. In fact, let's follow the flippers first. We can come back for Hera. Probably when we do East Death Mountain. Plus, I do have the rupees for King Zora. This feels like a breadcrumb trail seed. You go to one area, get one item, it tells you where to go next. Hobo has 20 rupees. Living under the bridge because he has to. Don't worry, we'll return it to him with interest. Just invest it with King Zora and it's gone. Nothing on the sinking island. Just a piece of heart. Good thing I wasn't flake flipping. Those are the items I didn't want to see. I especially don't want to see a lamp now. I want to see a glove. There's boots. So we can do bonk rocks after this. And clear out the rest of desert. You couldn't even give me a peanut? It's not very likely, but this is probably good. This could be a lamp or the glove. Oh, I haven't checked Bonk Rocks yet. That could also be the lamp or a glove. I should have gone to Bonk Rocks first. This had to be a key. The only question was what size. Okay, the purple chest is dead. Just rupees. No, fire rod wouldn't get me anything. Power glove, excellent. Let's go finish this dungeon then. I think that might put lamp at Bonk Rocks. Or in the back of Hyrule Castle. Because that hammer is still out of logic. Either I need to find Titan's Mid or the lamp to get Dark World in logic. Wait, I can't finish this. I don't have a fire source. Moon Pearl. And lamp, so we are in logic now. Dark World is fully in logic. And Dark Cross has its own key. So it's a Bonk Rocks because bonk. Quack. That's 2 medallions if I need one for Meyer. I can go finish Desert anytime I want now, though. All I have to do there is beat the boss. It's not even going to give me anything, so there's no reason not to hold off on it. What's my Dark World map look like? Pod is my final pendant, and Thieves Town is the other 5-6. So maybe I do want to do Desert earlier at some point. Darkwoods theme is so good, and you never get to hear very much of it. Definitely got some Imperial March vibes to it. No mirror, so I can't get to King's Tomb or Graveyard Ledge. Big key. Oh, usually he knocks himself into the pit. There we go. Ice Rod. I don't need that unless I have to fight Trinex. Wrong color rod game. You just never want to get out of the way. I have to get out of the doorway there, even if it means taking damage, and the second item is Fire Rod blocked. Where'd my rupees go? It says 404. Yeah, that's what I was worried about and why I fought him instead of just charging through. I was worried I would go bonk. Sea house by the seashore has the mirror. We'll open that, but we'll do the minigame and the just 20 rupees here. Second item will always be your prize. As opposed to the vanilla game where I think it's 1 in 20 you get something there. You get a piece of heart. You can do everything here. I will happily take the hearts. Big key has to be among the first 4. Red Fox standing by. Fire rod? Okay, do I go back and beat Skull Woods after this then? That does seem like a pretty reasonable play. Do I still need bow and red cane? I wouldn't mind a sword upgrade. I wouldn't mind powder either. Those aren't go out of my way for things. If I find something other than the map or the compass in Blind Cell, I don't have to check anything else and can go straight to the fight. Mushroom. So map and compass are the last 2 items in here. Oh, I need the Titan's Mint too. Cooking, don't lose track of the time. That's some sage advice there, Blind. So back to Skullwoods, clear that out. Do I go to Graveyard Legend King's Tomb? I think so, after... I don't have the mitts. I do want this small key. Actually, I think the item has to be on the boss, and there has to be a small key down there. Because otherwise, if you used your items wrong, you can soft lock. If you used your keys wrong. Have the cape if I need it, as well as both green and red potions. A pretty solid moth healer fight. Did I see 2 items in here? I don't think I did. Well, I have the mirror if I've made a mistake. Yeah, no, I must have. I must have just forgotten what the other item was. Must have been something forgettable. King's Tomb would be a nasty place for the Titansmith, because that's one of the ways you can access King's Tomb. Yeah, there is the mirror. Did I check what was on the bumper ledge? I thought I did, but I'm rechecking if I did. Piece of heart. The bow. That gets me into Eastern and lets me finish off Eastern. And opens up all of Pod. I think I might be too far up. I think at this point, let's finish off our Light World dungeons. do anything except go to the boss here. And then after that we clear Swamp and Ice. And then Pyramid Fairy. Oops. Now there is definitely too far north. Mind you, I could have just used sword beams. Suppose I didn't really need that art. We still don't have the Titansmith. Not that that's gonna stop me from trying to pull on the rock anyway. Since we also can't go into ice. Can, however, clear swamp. I've already gotten both items out of here. Not the best, but more familiar with the bow strats than with the fire rod strats. knew that had to be the compass. It's hiding behind the mushroom, that's why No, it's hiding behind the shovel. May as well check Hype Cave while we're here. It's 4 easy items. Rupees that we don't need. Piece of heart, more rupees, and more rupees. 1 out of 10. Not a hype cave. Used to be in early versions of the randomizer, the game would love putting stuff there. In fairness, once you have Dark World access, it is a fairly early circle. We'll check the hint here. I'm not sure. Sure if that's an old news. Full heart. I'm full, so I can't tell you if that's sank heart or not. Sank heart is the only heart where the refill is tied to the heart instead of to a crystal or pendant. Steal the key. No, you're going to flood the key. You flooded the key. That's why I picked up the extra key earlier, though. Gotta have a heart. I suppose I don't mind the big key being there. In its vanilla spot. Just means I don't have to mess around with the buggy staircase. I suppose I'll do this the intended way. I don't feel like trying to mess up Diver Down. Okay, so I don't need a tablet for a medallion to get into Mire. I have all three. I believe that puts compass on the boss, or the map, I forget which. And Dark Death Mountain is my next option. Should be my next play, next densest area. Normally able to do this. Fire rod and swings. Oh, Dark Death Mountain time. Let's see if Hookshot Cave provides again. Actually, before I go up there, let's check Cave 45 and the Stumpy. Pretty much everything in the Smith chain that doesn't require mitts. I already know I don't need the purple chest. Not need 20 rupees. I suppose I was low on bombs. Not progression, but I could use it. was just arrows. Wait, no, I can't get to Dark Death Mountain. I don't have the mitts. I guess pod, then? Do I want to go to... Yeah, let's go to Pyramid and Catfish and turn in the mushroom. Oh, but before I even do that, let's go to grab the big bomb too, because I like big bombs and I cannot lie. This has been in logic ever since I finished Thieves Town, too. Fire shield and the force bottle. The slaver fairy. Put a fairy in the bottle. You have to leave the screen and come back. And the Titan's mitt. On the plus side, that we needed that. On the minus side, that gives us everything. Wait, hold up. Hold on. We need the red cane. That gives us everything except Vitreous. And Turtle Rock. We know Turtle Rock is dead now. We don't turn away full hearts. We do, however, clear crystal dungeons. Yep, we found them on Zora Ledge. Forget this. I probably should be using the hook shot. Mirror shield is one of the 3 items in here. Planning on going to the boss, so I do want to hit this switch. Wait, why am I going this way when I don't have the red cane? I have to go through the bomb jump. I forgot to drop the bomb. Hype cave was not very hype. This is... I hate this room with the conveyor and all the annoying stuff on it. I am going... And the spikes. I'm gonna wait a moment here for the flame to go by. I was half tile too high. I think that's right. Nope. Should be able to just barely see the floor. When you do the bomb jump. I think that might be... Nope, that was right. Ooh, shiny. good. I was hoping for a small key there, actually. So I can go clear out all of this first. Second item is a piece of heart. It would be funny if this was the red cane, because that was the trick I was trying to do earlier. Nope, it's a small key. And the tempered sword, so that's all 3 items. We can go straight to Cold Stare here. Map, compass, and big key are left. This is why we did that bomb jump earlier. It opens up the path to the boss. I could just use bombos here. That was a reasonably fast Cold Stare kill. Big key and iced tea and map in the big chest. No, I'm saying it's officially a fast Cold Stare kill if you kill him while at least one of the other ones is still blowing up. If you get the... Now we can go up here. What else is available? Smiths, hammer pegs. Purple chest we know is rupees. Olive pod. The Mire shed. Mire itself, everything except vitreous. Still, this is probably the densest location we have left. Does it mean it has to be up here? No. Is it more likely than anywhere else? I think Pod has one more chest in it. No, it has 5, and this and Super Bunny have 6. 7 if you want to include, Spike Cave. Powder, another nice safety. It's not in the Hookshot Cave. You know what else is up here I never checked? Tablet. Ether tablet, specifically. Which has the red boomerang. Bushes at the corners are more likely to drop health. At the cardinal directions. I don't trust myself to trigger that on 0 health. Or on 1 heart. I guess Pot next and then Mire itself? One of these days I will remember more than once that Hammer and Flute are right next to each other on the menu. At least it's not Pendant Thieves. We do have other options to explore, but that'd be Mire Shed, Mire itself, and Checkerboard. Oh, and Bombo's tablet. Five items in here. And the dungeon is bow blocked. Old News Bulletin. That's some reasonable shooting. I can do that faster, but I didn't use the minimum number of arrows. That's gotta be Kate! Provincial Pendant Pod provides. want sword beams in. Get baited into the ooh shiny again. Not a god mire. Where you get the big key in the first 2 checks. And can go straight to the boss after that if you want. I am low on magic and actually have to use the lamp here. There's a full magic below. I think it's actually... There's the big key. I think it's more likely to be there if you don't see a... Oh no, I saw a big key in the first 2. Thanks for the good luck, and I hope your thing goes well. Yeah, we just have to actually win the seed now. We have everything we need. This fight probably with cape swings. One of the 2 items in here was bombs. 1 through 22, where do you think the GT Big Key is going to be? I'm going with 13. I do have to do the... Silverless Ganon fight. I might decide to go buy... No, I have a fairy and I have a green potion. I probably want to go buy a blue anyway. If I still had the red, I'd definitely go into that fight. Probably something I should have thought about before I came up here. Gold sword would be nice too. First item, compass. Second, bombs. So 13 will be last chest in the rando room instead of the fire snake chest. Third item, map on the torch. That can stay there. Fourth item, a piece of art. Fifth, small key. Sixth, another small key. Seventh, rupees. Eighth, key for a key. I switched to the cane for a reason. Because I don't know boomerang strats for that. Item number 9 is a small key. Ten bombs, 11 rupees, 12 more rupees, 13, still more rupees. So my guess is out. Also, you need to be all the way down to charge along the bottom there. I did not get the dash to save a couple of seconds there. My Ash turning is just garbage today. It wasn't Bob's chest. I only have room for 2 misses here. Of course, I get the 7-10 split. $16 was the magic number. I probably should have checked the big chest for arrows of all things. There's more arrows in the next room. That was a very timely arrow drop. I'll go grab those arrows too. That should be enough. I think I do want to go into the refill room before the gauntlet. Fun fact, this is the reason bomb jumping is considered in logic. Bonk jumping, not bomb jumping. Nice splash radius on the fire rod. I think I go through this with just spin strats. Well, if I wanted to use spin strats, I need to actually spin. Silvers, I would have gone for a 1 cycle, 0 cycle even. take a longer fight and not use up any resources. The bomb was the one item I didn't want in this room. I wanted the magic, the heart, and the arrows. Nice. I think I have to use the lamp in this next room, and I have to grab the big magic in the room after that. I say as I end up having to use the fire rod anyway. Kill those guys, and I don't need the small key. I am going to check the validation chests. I could get a force sword or a silvers. Make sure we're on hook shot, not for the fight, but for afterward. Sometimes Trolldorm doesn't troll. Nothing in the validation chests. I'm going to see silvers in Turtle Rock, aren't I? Ganon will tell me where the silvers are, like World, Dark World, or Dungeon. But now it's time for agonometry. That one gets a B-. On one end, I did manage a triple. On the other, that was not a very good first few rounds. We can boost it up to B, because I did go damageless. I think I do want an extra blue potion for this. I should be able to do it the way I'm set up. I know I suggested bees and fairies are natural allies, but what about bees and witches? I think this guy is her assistant, usually does any beekeeping. So I've got 2 blue potions, a green potion, and a fairy. I should have plenty of magic even without half magic for the Ganon fight. I'm going to need magic. light world. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, no, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have got one more in. 6, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This should get him into phase 3. Oh, I miscounted. If I'd known that's what was going to happen, I would have been happy to take the damage. Did you find the arrows in Light World? Torch glitch. There we go. No! Ah. Mimic Cave is considered Light World. What else? Didn't I check in Light World? Just in case I miscounted. Got him. If you swing at just the right time, you can hit him despite not having silvers. Time. You win. Let's go to sprint through the credits. Stick and twine to sleep again. Oh, the other bow was on pedestal. So that's where my silvers were. 3 minutes in. It would have taken far longer, even with the Ganon fall, to actually beat him. 5 Master Sword kills, 4 Temper Sword boss kills, 26 bonks, 12 save and quits, no deaths, no fairy revivals. Lots of potion usage, though. 144 of 216 for final collection rate, and final time of 153.47. I can definitely do better. Especially with the Ganon fight. I don't really see anything to raid into. Let's raid into Speedrun Hype TV, their 24/7 DAS channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next mission. I'm not sure when I reset the seed, or reset the timer.